guys, this is Abhinav from Barcelona, Spain, and today I would like to talk to you about the living expenses for international students in Barcelona, Spain. So guys, I came here around 2 years back as a student, and I did masters here, and I had a few friends as well here that did studies here, and from all of that experience of mine, I would like to share the current expenses for international students in Barcelona, Spain. And please remember, throughout the video, this is my opinion. It could differ for every person. And now I would like to talk about the first expenses, which is the main expense. That is the rent for your stay in an apartment or a house. So if we talk about the monthly rent for a house in Barcelona, it's about 1,000 to 1,400, 1,500 euros a month. But mostly students live in sharing here, because no one wants to live alone and pay so much rent as a student. And if you will talk about the monthly rent for a room, it comes to around 350 to 550 euros for a room, depending on the location, of course. If you stay in a little cheap area which is on the outskirts of Barcelona, you could even get a room for as low as 250 euros a month. But mostly in the city area, you would have to pay around 350 euros to 550 euros. It could go above 550 as well in some cases if you like a really good house, but it's on an average between 350 to 550 euros. And then I would talk about the monthly bills like electricity, gas, water bills and Wi-Fi. So the monthly bills for electricity is on an average between 80 to 120, 130 euros a month, and that's for the whole apartment. So it depends on you how many people you stay with, so you will calculate your share according to that. But for the whole house, for the whole apartment, it comes to around 80 to 120, 130 euros. Of course, it could go higher if you're using a lot of electricity, but on an average it's 80 to 120. Then I would talk about the water bills. Water bills are similar again. It's anything between 80 to 120, 130, 70. So between 70 to 120, 130 are the water bills as well. But if you're safe with it, if you use it conservatively, you can get it to around 80 euros a month for the water bills. The Wi-Fi, it depends on which company you get it from, but the plans work around 35 euros to 45 euros a month. But this is for the apartment. If you're living in sharing, you have to pay just your share for all these things, remember. And then I would talk about the food. Well, the food here is pretty cheap compared to other European countries, but it depends person to person, and of course the nationality which you come from. Like I'm from Asia, so Asians in particular, we spend around, say, something like 80 to 90, 100 euros max a month on food at home. And sometimes we have to eat outside, that is separate. But if you're coming from Western countries, somewhere in Europe, maybe you will spend more on food. It could go anywhere between 120 to 150 euros a month on an average. And it depends person to person how much you spend. If you talk about expenses outside, like having a coffee outside, a cafe, coffee would cost you €1.30 for a glass here. If you talk about things like beer, a pint of beer would cost you anywhere between 2 to 50 euros max in a normal bar here. And if you talk about other expenses like traveling expenses, you could get a monthly pass here, a card here for 40 euros a month, and you can travel unlimited on that 40 euro card, which is pretty handy. And other expenses like going to cinema, gym, I'm not including all of the stuff. If you talk about gym, it could be anything between 25 to 40, 45 euros a month. So these are the basic expenses that a student has to incur when he comes abroad to Barcelona. And if we calculate all of this up, it comes anywhere between, say, 650, 750 euros to 950, 850, 950 euros. Anywhere between that for a student in Barcelona, Spain. But of course, it depends person to person and how they spend. I would try to keep posting you on other things I know. Till then, take care. Adios.